Hi, my name is Tim, and welcome to my reading room. Today I'm just tonight I'm just doing the what I've showing what I've read over the past week, like with New Worlds November, along with the Rating Project Gutenberg. We have readathons going on this month, and which I'm participating in both, and then I'll talk about something else that I'm doing too. So with that started, I'll just say, hey, might seem a little dark. Well, that's because, yes, it's dark outside. I'm doing this at it's almost 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. here, so. And also, I hope you're hearing me good enough, because I have to let the others sleep the others in the family sleep. Because, yeah, I don't work, but my wife works in the morning, so. So with that said, let me get started. Okay, starting with New Worlds November. Of course, it's focusing on short stories, and it's for the first week I read. Let's see, it's about 8 short stories and 1 short novel for it. So to start out with, I'll do the ones that I have. I'll start off with the ones from my that I did on my retro Nook color, which is and book. It's from the anthology of the 15th Science Fiction Mega Pack, and like I said, I read 4 books from it. The first one is Earthman by where is it now? Irving Cox Jr. It's about that this is after the, you could say, the alien encounter and stuff. It's like after this is sort of the other planets have captured the Earth, and they pretty much but the way they treat humans, they're pretty much like slaves and stuff. So, and there's been a disaster, and they figured there's somebody involved, but that somebody there must have actually be an Earthman, and it's among 4 people, and they're killing each other off, trying to figure out who is the Earthman that's involved. Because this takes place in Nevada and stuff, and out west. But I gave that one a rating of 3 stars. And so then the second one from that anthology is Dreamtown, U.S.A. That's by Leo P. Kelley. And yes, this is written like in 1955 or 1957, but with the way it talks and stuff, it makes you think of more like some of these areas or the drug movement and the psychedelic movement and stuff from the 60s here in the U.S. and but it's how this is post-apocalyptic and so in the cities and stuff they have in the cities and stuff they pretty much don't they've decided that okay they closed down the schools and stuff like that and they just want their closed schools and can't remember what all they closed, but they're just pushing drugs on them and stuff like pills and stuff, and they destroyed books and stuff. If anybody got with an actual book, they're in big trouble. But there's factions groups around that are trying to stop them from doing that, and that's pretty much what this the book's about. I gave it a rating of 4 stars. Then the next one I've read in that book is Easy Does It by E.G. von Wald, and it's pretty much a post-apocalyptic one also, and but this one is okay. There's pretty much 2 factions on Earth, and the main city areas and there's several urban areas where that controls most of the stuff, and sometimes they'll have people they call savages or something. I think it's savages that they have do menial work for them and stuff, but this has an encounter between the 2, you could say, not outside the urban area, and I'll let tell you. I think it's something that I think Becky from the Bookish Bryants would like. It's pretty much a romantic sci-fi. And I gave that a rating of 3 stars. Well, actually, that one it isn't on Goodreads, but I would have rated it 3 stars. And then the last one from this anthology that I read is called Cronus of the D.F.C. Is Cronus of the D.F.C., which I gave 5 stars. It's by Lloyd Biggle Jr. And this one is something that I like because it's science fiction. Police procedural. I'm a big mystery reader too, especially considering I was a co-host for March Mystery Madness for like the past 5 years, something like that. So but what it is, the D.F.C. Cronus of the D.F.C. stands for Department of Future Crimes, and Cronus is a system where a scientist has developed accidentally, but he's seen some crimes that happen that are going to happen in the future, like so many weeks or days, something like that. And what this department is set up for is to try solving these crimes before they actually happen. And this one, like I said, it's science fiction. You have police or police procedural detectives, and it also has some more romance in that Becky would like. And see, they can see some into the future in that, but they can't travel into the future for solving these crimes. So, but that one I really liked. Now for the other science that I've been reading on my Kindle is can't remember they just call it Science Fiction Collection. I can't remember the name of the publisher or whatever, but so there the first one is Aloys by well, just a minute here, I have to find okay, it's by R.A. Lafferty. I can't even remember what it's about. It just was it was just a okay book for me, so I gave it 3 stars anyway. Excuse me. And then the next one after that is What These Hands by, oh boy, I have to use it. Okay, by C.M. Kornbluth, and this is just like somewhat with art in the future. And you notice I gave that 3 stars also. The next one is What is POSAT, and that's by oops, did the wrong thing. That's by Phyllis Sterling Smith. It's about like a secret club or group or secret order where that you know, or a lot of you have seen the magazines or papers where they have the things like a little ad where you fill out a little bit of information and send it in, and they'll get back in touch with you. So this is about like 3 or 4 different people that do that, and about the secret club or secret society or whatever. And I gave it 4 out of 4 stars for that. Then the last one of these is A Little Journey by if I remember it, Ray Bradbury. Let me check to make sure. It's A Little Journey by Ray Bradbury, and this is one that a real short one, 10 pages, but I think it's one that Steve Steve Donahue would like, because it's about bunch of little old ladies at a resort spa on Mars, and just those two together makes you think of, makes you wonder. It's hilarious. It's like I said, it's only like 10 pages long. I don't want to ruin it for anybody yet, so that's where I'm leaving that at. And so that's how the short stories are read. And then like I said, I also read a shorter novel, and that is The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. I gave that a rating of 4 stars. I'm not going to review it here. I'll be coming out with a review for that probably Thursday. I'll do that review. So that's what I read for with that, and also War of the Worlds can count as for reading Project Gutenberg. Yeah, I have it on paperback, but I downloaded it to read it off my low light. So and that can count as would say like a novel by one of my favorite authors, or can't remember what else that could qualify for. But there are several things that would qualify for, and so get it back where you can see me better again, and but I'll just say I gave it a rating of 4 stars, and also after reading it, I listened to the old time radio program, the one with Vincent Price from 1938. That pretty much caused somewhat of hysteria in the United States, because of people who thought it was a real newscast and stuff, got worried. But like I said, I'll give you that review later this week. Okay, and now another novel I've been reading in form. I had started reading this some last month, but this is Sherlock Holmes' Greatest Cases, and but I'm counting this for the rating Project Gutenberg, because one of the prompts on that was read something other than a book in another form, or something other than a novel. Well, this is mainly Lord, or The Hound of the Baskervilles, but that I read earlier this year, so I skipped those. But I'm reading the rest of them are short stories in here, so I've been reading them. And so that's cover another prompt for about Raiding Project Gutenberg. Okay, and also okay, what was I going to say? So now, also another thing I decided to do the other day, Ollie from Criminality has started up a challenge that he originally did that started a year ago, and it was where to read 100 books from your collect that you already own before you go out and buy anything else, any new books. And we can set some of the rules on our own and stuff. And I know I'm going to be having to move within the next year, so not because with my health problems and stuff. So so with that, there's different tiers they had for like the bronze tier is for reading 25 books. The silver tier is for 50 books. The gold tier is for 75 books, and the platinum tier is for reading 100 books before buying any books. But the rules I set for myself is this is just for physical books for me. Well, actually, I'm not going. I don't. What I won't count in it is for the free ebooks I can get for free. Like you get stuff. A lot of us get stuff. Emails daily about free stuff on with Amazon and Barnes and Noble, and like the authors of and a lot of times these are for like self-published or indie authors, and but when they're for free, I'm not actually. Yeah, they call it a purchase, but I'm not paying anything for it. So that so I'm good with that. And plus, it's not on my physical shelves, but I can have all kinds of ebooks on my Kindle and NetClouds, and also I'm trying to work more towards where, like, I've seen people do the e-reader tag, which I'll probably do sometime soon to myself, and I'm trying to phase my physical books down, because I get eye strain a lot quicker from reading them from physical books than I do reading ebooks. So, like I said, I'm going for the platinum tier, and you probably say, well, Tim, you don't really have trouble reading 100, even close to 100 books in a year. Well, I'm going to try doing it, because the 100 books I'm trying to do for this year will be for my shorter books. Earlier this year, I told you about the books that I have where I sorted the ones out with that were under 410 pages, and I put them on a different shelf, and I'm reading those first before I'll read those others. And so I'm doing, So that's what I'm doing first, except for another exception that I did, because because that other exception is, okay, I have to get one other book real quick. Sorry about that, I'm going to say, okay, for the first few here, because I started it today, you can say, I'm going to be, there's 3 physical books that I've started on, but I haven't finished, and so I'm counting those as being part of that. So these 3 books that I'll be reading first, of course, this one here, Sherlock Holmes' Greatest Hits or Greatest Cases. And I still have 100 pages left in that to read, so so that will be counting when I finish it. Then I'm going to be finishing this one. I still have like 500 pages in this one to go. This is Transfer of Power by Flynn. And that's pretty much the first book in the Mitch-Rapp series. And then this last one, or I have, and on this one, The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett, I still have this over 700 pages to finish in it. So those will be the first 3 that I'll finish, and then I've already grabbed like 6 books off to read after them for finishing the rest of starting on the rest of it. Okay, so and so I covered all of those. Okay, and also so this next week, so now this week, it's for New Worlds November. It's the theme is extraterrestrial, means not on Earth but other planets or in space and stuff, and a little journey would probably qualify for that, but what I'm doing, because I know I'm just continuing on in that, how I've been doing between the 2 anthologies I've been reading. I'm not sorting them out for like the different categories for them, but so that I am trying to stick to it somewhat. I'm going to be trying to read a shorter novel for that would qualify for the different ones, and this one I'm about to start now is it's okay. The bookish Brian said now it's like under 250 pages we count. Oh, this is one I downloaded from Project Gutenberg. It's 253 pages. But then you have to remember there's like 7-8 pages at the end of that book that's not part of the novel, but it's out the Project Gutenberg's legal gobbledygook. So that would make it under 250 pages. And the book is Off on a Comet by Jules Verne. And it's just takes place in space. So, and I've never read that one, so that's what I'm starting with for that. And so, like guys. So let's see. I got New World's November check. Reading Project Gutenberg check, because that Jules Verne one's from that is from Project Gutenberg. Number 3 is the book, and then there's another book I'm reading for Reading Project Gutenberg, is reading Rasselas or something like that, or Rasselas. I can't remember the name of it, but it's by that's not the right one. I'll be able to tell you in a second here. Okay, it's or Rasselas. It's and it's by. Okay, let's get back to you. It's by Samuel Johnson is the author of it. It's from Project Gutenberg. It's a group read, and it's only 100 pages long. That's with the Project Gutenberg gobbledygook at the end too, so it's even shorter than that. And so that's the other book I'm reading now. And like I said, I'll be going between the two anthologies, along with reading off on a Comet. So that's what I'll be doing for the next week, and then I'll keep going like that through everything, and so that's all I have for this time. So, and I was going to also say, for if you're interested in joining that criminology has that challenge is called it's like read your own library or read your own books challenge, and you can check. I'll try to remember to leave a link for his video about it, and in the notes below. And so I think that's all I have for this time. So until next time, take it easy and keep on reading.